Here's some thoughts I have to say about AEW. Is AEW back? I don't know. I think that becomes sometimes I think wishful thinking. I think putting the title on Adam Page may have not been the best decision. I thought that originally the plan was to give it to Darby Allin, so I don't know if that was a schedule thing or he may not be ready to go. But I feel like I don't know. Like Adam Page has been champ before. He didn't really move the needle. I think he has a great look, but Adam Page's mentality hurts him tremendously, and he's done bad business. Um, I don't know. I guess for that particular crowd, he may be over, but I don't even think even with that crowd, he's the most over. To be honest, and this is kind of weird to say this, but AEW hurt the Young Bucks and Adam Page, who you would thought coming into it would have made them bigger. They actually digressed themselves because of booking. I think even with they had Kenny Omega and Okada on the AEW All In card, and it people didn't care. And I think that shows that luster for that era of wrestling when they were really smoking with New Japan, Ring of Honor, it's faded away. Because if you would have had an Okada Omega match in America, I don't know, 2018, man, that would have probably filled the stadium up. That might have had a good chance to fill the stadium up. But in 2025, because of how they book Okada, how they book Omega. Now Omega booking is a little bit because of health issues, and that's not his fault. But they really haven't done nothing to make them look strong. Um, so I think they had a phenomenal crowd for AEW. I think it was smart for them to go to smaller venues. I think that sells the product better. It makes it look better and aesthetically. I think they need to really push the Hurt business because that's some money there. I think they got some money with MJF. I think they would do better if they made him kind of an individual, this top heel, and not try to flip him babyface like they did before. Even though he made it work with Kangaroo Kicks and Adam Cole, and they really had something. I think they had more life with the Adam Cole and MJF thing more than they knew. And then Adam Cole became the heel, and MJF became the heel. Sometimes those booking things can hurt your product, and so we're going to see what the direction is. I thought it was terrible to have John Moxley have the title and having a briefcase, and that was all strange and weird. Like, we haven't seen the world champion in like a year. I don't think it was the investment of time that they thought was going to be the investment of time that it was going to be. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make Adam Page a transitional champion. Like, where do you go from here? Okada and Swerve are kind of going to be battling, which I think will be a good match, but what's the logic and the story behind it unless they're going to let Swerve beat Okada to set up a match against Adam Page again? But how many times are y'all going to have those guys battle? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get they're a rivalry, but sometimes you have to let those rivalries cool. So when you come back, it's fresh. And so, Jim Cornette says this: how can I miss you if you never go away? And with that rivalry, how can people really miss it? And I don't think it's really even that hot of a rivalry that's setting the wrestling community on blaze or anything like that. So I think there's a lot of things they got to work on and tweak in AEW, and I think over time they will. So I want AEW to be successful. It needs to be successful. I think it's good for the wrestling community. We have alternative wrestling out there, not just AEW, but it's good to see TNA doing some things. Good to see MLW. I wish Ring of Honor were getting away from the AEW umbrella so it can kind of thrive as its own entity. But yeah, so that's just some of my wrestling rant for today.